Those who are keeping up to date on the travel by boot will know that I've got 15 litres of good quality homebrew on there, plus a load from our friends at Triple Point. I've got some alcohol-free stuff, sadly from BrewDog, but it's good. Hopefully BrewDog will change their attitude a little bit after having recently been outed as being, well, you know, anyway. So I thought I'd add a few to go away with, just to, you know, keep the variety going. Had a few of these before, as you all know. This is one of my favourite, the Timmermans. I've also got, and this is 450, so it better be pucker, and I didn't think I'd had that before, but I'm not sure now actually. For those who don't know, all goes are lambics, but not all lambics are goes. There you go. Hopefully Johnny will be right proud of me for remembering that. And then something slightly different. I'm trying to get into the Kolsch. Probably, don't know. It's never been my favourite style. Chris, those who know Harry Brew 69, Chris did one, I think, in his Christmas box last year. It was all right. Still didn't rock my boat, so I'm definitely trying to vary my palate. So gonna try a Kolsch. It's sort of like lager-ish Kolsch, but we'll see. And then I might try and see what I think about the farmhouse offerings. Not my favourite at all. I usually think it's like sick in a bottle, but yeah. But this isn't what this video is about. This video is about this. Yes, Keezer number 2. Now, these have been in here now for, I can't remember, a month and a bit. The raspberry wheat, I did that last year. And this is an experiment, because someone said to me, you can actually keep them and condition them, and they really sort of bloom. Bernie's 2 is from earlier this year. That's a nice New England IPA. The Rhubarb Sour Smoothie Milkshake IPA Fingy is that's an experiment, as is the Spring Ale. That's based on a recipe from Greg Hughes' book, Homebrew Beer. It's only 4.8, but we're going to see what it's like. So without further ado, what I'm going to do, because it's still a nice night, you'll be watching this, I expect, on Saturday. Well, I don't know when you'll be watching it. I'm gonna publish it on Saturday. It's currently Friday night, so what I'm gonna do, get this open. I'm gonna get some flight glasses. I've cleaned all the lines. We're gonna have a quick tasting of these. Look at that, what a beautiful evening. Rock on. We are ready, all gassed up, all connected, keg lube applied, and Star Sandy sprayed. One, 2, 3, 4. These are the glasses that I got to make the I've got about 70 of these to make the little flight boards, which will be available on the website at some point. Right, enough plugging and shit. Let's get them fucking poured. We have a pour, and we also have a tasting guru. Not quite BJCP or Cicerone, but she knows what she likes. So this is the raspberry wheat from last year, which has been conditioning, and it's clearing actually. Good. Do you want to try it first, yeah? I should now try it.
That is almost sour, but not quite.
Oh yeah. It's virgin on. It's tart. But I reckon that could very easily be a nice sour. Are you having more, are you? Charlotte's having more. Be a shame to leave it.
I was going to say it'd be a waste otherwise. I probably won't drink as much of the others.
Right, that's beautifully sour, beautifully tart, virgin on sour. But it is a raspberry wheat. Raspberries are quite tart anyway. So that's good. Next we're going to go for the spring ale, which has got the Galaxy and white itty, because I think we ought to sort of like work our way through up the ABVs.
Oh, that's all right.
This should be quite fresh and refreshing. It's got quite a nice nose on it.
Yeah, it's not bitter.
No, it shouldn't be too bitter.
Bitter at all.
It's very, very clean. Very hoppy.
But not heavily hoppy.
No, you can taste the Galaxy in there. Galaxy is a weird one. You can easily overdo it. All right, we're finishing this one off. We'll be slaughtered by the end of the night. That is nice. Greg Hughes, well done. So that's 4.8%. Next we're going to go with the rhubarb sour smoothie milkshake IPA. Now, interestingly, just down the end of the road here where we used to have the people doing the raves, that building's just been sold, and the guy who's bought it also owns this e-commerce business where they sell stuff for baristas and whatever, and that's where I got the rhubarb puree. So I was talking to him today, and I said, "What's your e-commerce?" He came to visit, say, "I'm your new neighbour." Came to visit, and we got talking. He said, "Oh," I said, "What's your e-commerce?" He told me. I said, "We've spoken." I got some rhubarb puree off you. So yes, small world, isn't it? Really. Okay.
That's smoothing out now. I didn't like it at first, but it's better now.
It's got a lovely nose, really fruity, beautiful,
I don't know if I can taste the rhubarb.
rhubarby, citrusy. Right, let's have a go. See what we think. It's there, but it's very subtle. It is very subtle. I think I'd probably put twice the amount in next time.
I'd go for one that's possibly less sweet. I think it was
Yeah.
quite a sweet rhubarb.
Yeah, it was.
So it
It's
doesn't
nice,
taste
though.
sour at all.
It's not.
It's more of a milkshake than a sour.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to cross sour off
Yeah, I
there.
will cross sour off there. Let me just have a little.
You don't like it then?
No, I do like it, but it's not sour. You
It's
had
mellowed
most of
nicely.
that, not me.
And finally, this is made with the Saunders yeast, which I bought a block of after Chris. Bad influence is Chris. I got a block of that, and I got a block of the USO 5. So I'm going to be making quite a few of this. And Charlotte and I bagged it all up into, what was it, about 15 gram bags one night. Like drug dealers into smelly proof bags. So this is the Bernies. This is a second version of the Bernies. I went for a completely different hop combo in this. Really heavily dry hopped it with 300 grams of dry hops, 4 different dry hops, which I can't remember. I might put, hang on, but have a look down here. I'll put what hops I dry hopped it with. But yes, here you can start that one as well.
It's alright, but I don't particularly like that.
You're not a Nipa fan, are you?
No. And it's got a strange.
It's alright on the nose, it's quite fruity. It's a tiny bit astringent on the aftertaste.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's the amount of hops.
Will that mellow out? Obviously not.
Not sure it will.
No, right.
It's not offensive though.
No, but it's not my type of.
Right, well,
Can I go now?
you can go now. You're dismissed. Yeah. I don't think it was that astringent at first. It's a strange one. It shouldn't have developed an astringency. Right, well, that's the tasting anyway. I think the first Bernie's was cracking, actually. I might need to look at those dry hopping schedules because I added more, which was a mistake. It's still nice. It's a lovely brew. Don't get me wrong. It's beautiful, actually. But with that little bit of astringency that you get when breweries just chuck too much dry hops in. I have got some Cryo Mosaic and Cryo Simcoe, which Chris Millington will probably be sick into his dinner at the thought of Cryo Simcoe. But I think I've got a kilo of each. I might try some dry hopping with the Cryo next time because they're really ramped up, less vegetal. I always want to say vaginal, less vegetal. Yes, material. And you know, you're an half in a state already, aren't you? So it extracts more of the oils. It's one of the John Haas who originally did the. No, these aren't Cryo. These are Lupomax, which is like Cryo, but even more intense. So again, John Haas, in I think association with Yakima Valley. I think they're kind of like joined together at the hip, if you know what I mean. Professionally, I mean, not, you know. Well, that's good. We're going to eat al fresco tonight. By the time you watch this, we'll be back on board. But I think that's okay. Our little Keezer. Going to be thinking about this Bernie's a little bit more. I will put the hop combo underneath. So into a 22, 23, whatever it was. I think the video is up there somewhere. I overbrewed it quantity wise, volume wise, because of the amount that I knew I was going to lose through the dry hopping. It's a closed transfer into another Firmzilla which had been purged and had the hops in there. I got a corny keg's worth at the end, so that was good. Just want to go back and just remind you a little bit now. I'm gonna have to taste this one at some point. That's that Sussex bitter. So that'll be an interesting one. Coming back to this little lot, which we're going away with. This is what I want to do during this trip. This is going to be the last lot of supermarket type beers that I buy. On this trip, what I'd like to do is drink in little independent tap rooms or independent bars or pubs. And anything that I buy to use as a takeout, these are dog biscuits here, look. What I want to do as we travel around is find little independent bottle shops or tiny little independent off licenses with a good selection. So in Sheffield, like, we've got Craft and Berry, we've got Turner's, we've got Hop Hideout, we've got loads actually in Sheffield. We're really spoilt for really good bottle shops. So when my 15 litres of what I've brewed goes, in actual fact, I've got in that 15 litres, I think I've got a Bernie's too. Be interesting to see whether that is as astringent. So during this trip anyway, I want to, wherever possible, source from small independents. And if I can't, then I fall back on my own supply of bits of home brew, knocked up on this little kit, which I'm giving a final clean before going back to the boat, because I'm going to try next week and bang a brew out. Whoa, I know, look at me. Look at me. In fact, it might be a blueberry sour using the Philly yeast, because everybody's fucking doing it. If I don't do it, I'm going to stand out like a, you know, sort of spare prick at a wedding or something, or whatever the term should be. So I might anyway, because I've had that yeast. It's dried yeast, so it'll last forever. But I've had it in the fridge upstairs since last October. I was going to be the first person to use it. Cheers, Lallement. Thank you, but I haven't. So everyone else is doing it, so I ought to give it a try. But I'm not going to do it with raspberry. I will do a raspberry sour, but I'm probably going to rest one of the lambics on raspberry. And is it Stephen Law who said the lambics will be finished before my last video, the cruising video? Fuck off. The lambics will be finished far sooner. So I might rest one of the lambics on some raspberry. I think raspberry and cherry lambics are that is what people are kind of used to. The first lambic I did, by the way, I'm going to finish this off quite quickly because it's gone on for too long. The first lambic I did, I'm going to give that a taste on the 1st of July. Should have given it a taste on the 1st of June because it was 6 months old, but I'm going to give it a taste on the 1st of July and see what it's like, because I've got the nail, Vinny's nail from Vinny at Russian River Brewing. It was his idea. So and he does Pliny the Elder, whatever. So he knows what he's on about. So I'll be trying that. That'll be a video in its own right. But the next few videos after this, I'm afraid, are going to be boaty stuff. I hope you don't mind. But for now, this is pretty much the taste test. Disappointed with that, Bernie's. Going to see what it's like on the boat. This is the taste test. I hope you've enjoyed this. Get out there, make something yourself. Worst that can happen is it turns out like that, Bernie's. No, it's not the worst that can happen. The worst that can happen is you end up tipping it down the drain. I've done that a couple of times. Until next time, boys and girls, hope you found this fun, interesting, whatever, better than daytime television anyway. Whatever you're doing, do it safely. Look after yourself. Look after those around you. Look after your friends. Look after your family. Life's not a rehearsal. We only get one blast at this. So tell those you love that you love them, and tell those that you don't that they're arseholes. Till next time, cheers.